Alright, now we have done all the preparations for our map view visualization. The next step is we're going in the logical view and we will start building our visualization. So we go to the logical view tab, and here you can see we have our map view folder in our project tree, and now we want to add the actual visualization. To do that, we highlight map view, we go to the object catalog, and here we can already see visualization is available, and we will double click visualization to add it to our map view. We can close the resources at the moment, we don't need it now. And here a visualization has been added. And if we expand it, you can see here the default structure. So there are pages, variables, expressions, layouts, dialogues, and resources. And the next thing we want to add to our visualization is our layout. To do that, we highlight layouts, and in the object catalog, we find layout here. So just the plain layout, the first one, and we add it by double clicking layout, and the new layout file has been added. We will rename this new layout, and let's just call it my layout. And next thing is we are going to open this layout. We are going to double click it. It now opens in our editor. And here we can see there is one area in our layout, area 1, that's the default. We can zoom out a little bit, and if I click this area here, I can see the properties for this area. And if I click in the gray area next, or in the gray space next to the area, I go back to the properties of the layout itself. We want to change the name of our layout, so we will change it again maybe to my layout. And since we want to have it in full HD, we change the width and the height for our layout. We can zoom out a little bit more to see our layout. You can see the area has stayed the same and the layout now is a little bit bigger. And now we click on area 1 again, and we are going to use this area as our main area. So we are going to change the name to area main, and we want to have it in our center of our frame. So we change the position. From top we want to separate it by 100 pixels, and from the left we want to space it 150 pixels. And we change the size as well, so that it fits in our layout. You can see now here our area main is now in the center of our layout. And we want to have 2 more areas, and to simply do that, we can just click it, copy it and paste it again. So we have another area now. You can see here we are already on this area, and it changed the name to area main 1. So we want to change this name again to area left, since this will be our left area where we will have our navigation buttons. The position we will again space 100 pixels from the top and 0 pixels from the left. It will be 150 pixels wide, and the height is the same as the area main. And since we want to have a third area as well, what we will do now is again we click it, we copy it and paste it, and we have a third area now. And we will change the name of this one to area top, and the position will be 0 pixels from the top and 0 pixels from the left side, and the size we will also change so that it fits in the remaining area. Alright, perfect. As you can see here now, we have 3 areas in our layout. So we have the main area in the center, we have area left on the left where we will have our navigation buttons, and we have area top where we will have our logo and our button for the pop-up window. Next thing we want to do is we want to save our layout with save all and close it. And now we want to add some content to our layout. To do that, we go to Pages, we expand Pages here, we go to Area Content, we highlight Area Content, we go to the Catalog, and here we check Page Content, and by double-clicking we add Page Content to our Area Contents folder. We rename the new content to Content Left, since this will contain the content for our area on the left side. And we will add another content, so we again highlight area contents, and in the catalog again we double click page content to add it, and we will rename this to Content Top. Now we open the Content Left by double clicking it. It opens in our editor. And when it's open, we can zoom out a little bit to see it. So this is the default view of our content, and we will change it so that it fits in our area left. First is we go to the properties and we change the name to Content Left, and we change also the size to the same size as our area left. We click enter, and that's everything we do at the moment. So we click on save all and close it. Now we open the Content Top by double clicking it. Again, it loads the default content, and again in the properties window we will change the name to Content Top, and we will change the size so that it fits in the top area. And that's also everything we want to do with this content at the moment. So we again save and close, and close this in the editor. And now we want to add some pages to our visualization. To do that, we highlight Pages in our tree, and in the object catalog we deselect page content, and then we can see everything we can add here. And we want to add a new page. To do that, we double click Page. You can see here now a new page has been added to our pages. We expand this one and we want to rename it because this will be our main page, and it has also a page description, so we also want to rename the page description file to main page. And then we open this page description file by double clicking it. You can see this page is empty at the moment and it's not connected to any layout, so we will change that now. In the properties here, we change the page ID, so we will change it to main page. And we want to connect it to our layout that we defined before. So we click here in the field next to layout ID, we click on the drop down and we can see my layout here. And now you can see we connected it to our my layout and it already inherited the structure from our layout. Now we save and close this file, and to the main page we will add now some page content. So I highlight main page in the tree here, and in the catalog we can already see here page content. So we double click page content to add it to our main page. We are going to rename this to main page.content, and we open this file by double clicking it. We change the name in the properties here to content main page, and we also change the size so that it fits in the main area. So you can see here the size increased. We zoom out a bit so you can see it here. And that's everything we are going to do at the moment. So we save all and close this page content. Okay, we will add a second page now for our settings page. To do that, we again highlight pages in our tree, and in the toolbox in the catalog we find page again. We double click it to add another page. You can see here another page has been added. We change the name to settings page, and we expand it, and we can see here the default page description. Again, we change also this name to settings page.page, and we open the page description by double clicking it. Again, you can see here it's default, so no layout has been referenced. We will change that. First we will change the layout. First we will change the page ID. So again, we will call this settings page, and then we connect our layout. So we go to layout ID, we click in the field, we click on the drop down, and we choose our My Layout that we defined before. Again, you can see here it now has the layout of our My Layout as we defined it before. We save this file and close it again. And now again we add a page content to this page. You can see we highlight here in the tree our settings page.page, and in the catalog on the right we see page content. We double click page content to add it to our settings page. First thing is we will rename it to settings page.content, and I will just open this one a bit. And now we double click settings page.content and open it in the editor. You can see here it's also already the default size and name, so we will change the name to content settings page, and we will also change again the size so that it fits in our main area. So let's zoom out a bit so we can see it. Yeah, that's it for this moment. So we save all and close this file again in the editor. And now we want to add a theme to our visualization. To do that, we are going to find the map view in our tree. We are going to find resources, and here we have a subfolder, themes, and if we expand this one we can see there are no themes installed at the moment. So we highlight themes, and in the catalog we can see the default themes that are available in Automation Studio 4.12. If you are on a different Automation Studio version, you may have different themes available, but the one I want to activate now is going to be this B&R theme flat 1 package. So I double click it, and now it has been added to our themes. And to activate the theme in our visualization, we can, for example, open our main page here. So we can find main page, and then we can open the main page.page file in the editor. And here you can see by default the theme has already been activated, because maybe you can remember when we opened this file and connected it to our layout before, we just saw this default transparent style, but now we can see it has already some white background color in it. This is coming from the theme. And if we want to change it, here we have this icon for the theme editor. We can click it, and you can see here the B&R theme flat 1 has already been selected. If you have more themes in your project, you can choose your theme here. And we can just save again and close this, and now we have a theme for our project. And now we have everything ready so far so that we can test our visualization for the first time.